Hello and welcome to the Henry Cabot Lodge Fieldhouse here at Beverly High School. I'm Alex Luco for Channel 22 on BevCam, bringing you an NEC matchup between the Beverly Panthers and the visiting Lynn Classical Rams. Tonight is senior night here at the Henry Cabot Lodge Fieldhouse for the Beverly Panthers. There will be 6 seniors for Beverly who will be introduced before the game. A little bit of festivities beforehand. Those 6 seniors will be setter Sydney Wiley, outside hitter Katie Noonan, Delaney Sprague, she's a middle blocker, Maddie Cassidy, an outside hitter, Brianna Snow, the libero, and Julia Gebhardt, a setter. She is, of course, the transfer from Hamilton Wenham. This Beverly team has played very well as of late. Heading into the tournament, only 2 regular season games left. Right now, Coach Padavani saying a few words. We'll head down to the floor to see what she has to say. Coach Padavani saying a few words for the Lynn Classical seniors. Yeah. There's a music playing a little early. Coach Padavani getting down. Beverly High School Junior ROTC will be presenting the colors here momentarily. Beautiful job by Danielle Lavasco, performing the national anthem here. Back to the floor, and Coach Padovani. Now some Beverly players bringing roses over to the seniors on One Classical. Letha Noem is first, secondly will be Yuritsa Zarilla. Merno Gonzalez now. Rhoda Alcindor. Janessa Fernandez now. Celicia Pimento. Now it will be the Beverly players, the seniors, that will have their family and friends with them to take pictures on the senior night. Mike Rollins, as you see there on your screen. Always here for a lot of Beverly sports, especially senior nights, taking pictures. Now some Beverly players are going to say some words. There's Sydney Wiley. Ellie Brown. There's Sydney Wiley. Mariana Ellis will say a few words about Katie Noonan now. Sophie McGarrigle saying a few words about Maddie Cassidy. Katie Mulligan now speaking about Brianna Snow. Avery Bear saying a few words about Julie Gebhardt. getting a picture with her family. Right now, this is the senior night for Beverly High School as they host Lynn Classical, but this might not be the group's final home game this season. Now, Beverly still has a chance to get a home playoff game. They just need to win their last 2 games and hope things fall their way with Peabody and Marblehead. Now, Peabody and Marblehead both have a few games left as well, or a couple games, I should say. Both are actually in action tonight. Marblehead is at Lynn English. That should be a win for Marblehead. Lynn English, a far inferior team, and I don't see any way Lynn English pulls that upset, even though they are at home. Peabody will go to Somerville. Now, Somerville also not a very good team in their own right. So, Beverly needs to win tonight to keep their hopes alive. It looks like Peabody and Marblehead have wins locked up tonight at ease. Tomorrow, Peabody will also play. They host Swampscott. And Swampscott is a playoff team, so that should be a very crucial game to watch if you're a Beverly fan. Marblehead will be at Milton, and Milton also not a very good school for volleyball, not a very good volleyball program there, so it looks like Beverly's hope to get that home game in the first round of the playoffs will be for Peabody to lose to Swampscott tomorrow night. And there's no guarantee that that's going to happen. It's a home game for Peabody. It's going to be their senior night. Those girls are going to be ready to go. So Beverly, only thing they can worry about right now is their own destiny. They don't control it, but they can certainly lose out of a playoff game. They do not play well here tonight or tomorrow against Stoneham. Stoneham's on Monday, excuse me. Now looking at Beverly's schedule lately, they're on a bit of a winning streak. They have 5 in a row. Started at Somerville, then they hosted Everett for a win, then they went to Lynn English, to Winthrop, and hosted Revere 2 nights ago here, where they swept them 3-0. In that 5-game win streak, Beverly has dropped only 2 sets, 1 at Somerville and 1 at Winthrop. Beverly is on a roll. 15 of their last 17 sets, they have come out on top. Now for Lynn Classical, they beat Lynn English 2 nights ago. That's nothing to write home about. Lynn English, not a very good team. They swept them 3-0 as they should. Now Lynn Classical has been a team of stretches here this season. They started out 0-3, losing to Medford, Marblehead, and Danvers. But after that 0-3 skid, they went on to win 7 straight. Then they lost 1 to Everett, won a couple more, and they've been very streaky as of late. They've lost 3 of their last 4 games, losses coming at Revere. They lost 3-2 at Revere, a team that Beverly handled easily 3-0. They lost to Peabody 3-1, at Swampscott 3-0, and then, as I said before, they swept Lynn English 2 nights ago 3-0. So, Lynn Classical coming in not on their best terms. Yes, they beat Lynn English. Yes, their confidence might be up there, but Lynn English is far inferior to this Beverly squad. Classical is going to have to come in here and play perfect volleyball to oust Beverly here, especially on their senior night. When you're a senior here and it's your last home game, you step it up a little bit more. I think we're going to see a lot from the seniors here tonight. Wiley, Noonan, Sprague, Cassidy, Snow, and Gebhardt. I think it's going to be their night tonight, and they're going to have to be the ones to lead this team, and I think they will. We saw a lot from Avery Bear, the sophomore setter, 2 nights ago. She played a crucial role in that slaughter. In that slaughter of Revere, a very good team in their own right. Looking at the Division I North Volleyball Tournament as of today via Max Preps, looks to be a 12-team tournament. Methuen running away with it at 18-1. Winchester at 16-2. Woburn at 16-2. And Andover at 16-2 round out the top 4. If the tournament were to start today, they would have a bye in teams 6, 7, and 8 5, 6, 7, and 8 would have home games. Those teams are Lawrence, Peabody, North Andover, and Marblehead. And again, if it ended today, these 4 teams, the 9 through 12 teams, would be away. Beverly, Masco, Central Catholic, and Billerica. Beverly would play Marblehead if it ended today. Masco would be at North Andover. Central Catholic would be at Peabody, and Billerica would be at Lawrence. Beverly definitely wants to get up there into a home game. You don't want to have to play a team. Obviously, you would like to play a team that you're familiar with in your own conference, but not if they're Marblehead or Peabody. Those are teams that have really dominated you this season and in recent history. Beverly wants to get the best matchup, as anyone would, the best matchup as they can in the first round, and hopefully have a home playoff game here. I believe we've seen it twice in the past 6 years here at Beverly High School, and although they've lost both, very good games in a very packed field house, a lot of great atmosphere in here. When this place gets packed, it gets bumping. We're going to go to commercial for about a minute. We'll be back after a few commercials, and we'll see you on the other side. Back here at Beverly High School, an extended intro. We're going to do our best to fill the time. It is senior night, as we've mentioned, for the Beverly High School volleyball team. Seniors that will be on display tonight will be Sydney Wiley, Katie Noonan, Delaney Sprague, Maddie Cassidy, Brianna Snow, and Julia Gebhardt. Looking at this classical team warm-up, it's actually something we hadn't seen before 2 nights ago. We're going to see it again. Another male playing in this volleyball conference. Checking at the roster, it's going to be Joshua Severe, junior, standing at 6'3". Saw another male play for Revere. It was Arias, who was 2 nights ago. Didn't really have much of an impact. He seemed raw. Definitely some athletic ability. He just needed to learn the game a little bit more. But watching Severe warm up, he looks to be quite the opposite. Definitely has a lot of leap. He's had a few attacks early in this warm up, and both look very good. Seems to be pretty quick. Now, going back to the MIAA playoff rules, there is one rule that I don't think anybody likes, and if you do like it, you really shouldn't, because it's pretty bad. It's called the Sullivan Rule. Now, the way the Sullivan Rule works, if you're in a conference, the way conferences work now, it's a little bit different than they used to be. Some conferences have D1 teams, some are D2, D3. It all depends. The conference doesn't dictate which division you're in. The size of your school dictates which division you're in. So the bigger the school, the higher the division, Division 1, 2, 3, etc. Now, if you're in a conference where you're the only, if you're in a conference where, say there's a couple D1 teams and you play one game against one D1 team and you win, technically you're eligible for the tournament and you'll be a playoff team even with a losing record. So the Sullivan Rule always confuses me. It confuses teams that benefit from it, and it definitely frustrates teams that don't benefit from it. Looking at the Beverly stat leaders this season, leader for kills, Maddie Cassidy. She's a leader of a lot of categories on this Beverly team. The best all-around player, in my opinion, on this squad and in recent history here at Beverly High School. She has 87 kills. Behind her are Mulligan and Noonan with 59 apiece. Serving, Maddie Cassidy leads the team in aces as well with 73, and a serve percentage of 85.3 is good for top 5 on her team as well. Katie Noonan with 52, Sydney Wiley with 36, and Mulligan with 31 aces. Over to blocks, they have a stud, in the middle. They have a couple. Delaney Sprague with 148, Mulligan with 137, Noonan 61, Cassidy 50 of her own. So that Beverly front line is the best I've ever seen it here in my time. Not only they're very good up front defensively getting blocks, but a lot of them they have the athletic ability to play outside hitter. A lot of the outside hitters have the size to play middle blocker and vice versa. Very versatile team this Beverly High School volleyball team is this year. Team leader in assists is Sydney Wiley with 48, but not too far behind is Gebhardt with 42. Avery Bear with 21 assists in the limited time she's seen. About 8 minutes here until we start the game officially. Beverly High School team making their way over. They'll start warming up momentarily. You always wonder how these teams on a senior night bounce back from those long speeches and all the emotions beforehand. You saw, of course, on the video, half the team, if not the whole team, in tears. I know if I cry, I can't do anything for at least a half hour if I don't have ice cream. If I have ice cream, I'm good for in a half hour. I can do anything. If I don't have ice cream, I'm not going to do anything until the next day if I cry. Ruins my skin, gets in my beard. It's not good. Hopefully these girls can handle crying a little bit better than I can. As their warm-ups get underway, they seem to be ready for this game. The emotions not getting the best of them. And we're going to go to commercial for a few minutes, about 4 minutes away from game time. So stay tuned for senior night here at Beverly High School as they host Lynn Classical.
Listen.
All it took was someone who would insist that I just try.
Suddenly, everything was turned around because they judge you.
You tell them, I don't need this.
No one is going to understand.
Unless they've been through it, how can they?
Then one day you realize,
You feel so hopeless.
I need help. I need help.
You feel so hopeless.
Then one day you realize,
Unless they've been through it, how can they understand?
I don't need this.
No one's going to judge you.
suddenly everything was turned around because they insist that I just try.
All it took was someone who would just...
Listen.
Everything starts out small. The things that hurt us, they all start from somewhere. The words we say, the things we do, they can grow into something else. What was small and innocent can become big and sometimes scary. All it takes is one comment, one picture, one video for something to catch fire. But a big problem doesn't need a big response. Not at first. Even if we don't know what to say, the eye emoji can be that first step we take. Let's all pledge to take that first small step together and change the world in a big way. I'm a witness, and so are you.
Welcome back to the Henry Cabot Lodge Fieldhouse here at Beverly High School for the senior night for the Beverly Panthers as they host the Lynn Classical Rams. About a minute and a half left before we get this thing going. Beverly riding a 5-game win streak coming into tonight, in which they've only dropped 2 sets. So 15 out of the 17 sets played in this 5-game win streak, Beverly has won. Beverly playing some of their best volleyball of this season. The rotation seems to be getting even bigger, and we might see a lot more of Avery Bear, the sophomore setter, tonight after the role she played against Revere. But I believe to start this game, we're going to see the 6 seniors. I believe it's going to be Wiley, Noonan, Sprague, Cassidy, Snow, and Gebhardt. I'll be surprised if it's not. Could be Brianna Snow's last time breaking the huddle here at Beverly High School. Hopefully Beverly gets a home playoff game, but as far as everyone knows, this is the last time these girls will play on this court. Starting for Lynn Classical will be number 24, Margaret McHale. Number 29, Chanel Berry. Number 6, Skylar Creighton. Number 1, Pamela Diaz-Valerio. Number 4, Yuritsa Zarilla. And number 2, Alita Noem. And as I expected for Beverly, it's going to be the 6 seniors out there. Snow, Gebhardt, Cassidy, Noonan, Sprague, and Wiley. And the libero Snow comes in, and we're ready for action. Gebhardt will serve first for Beverly. Excuse me, no, Classical will be serving. Be number 1, Pamela Diaz Valerio, a sophomore. Cassidy first on the scene. Noonan, the attack, and a quick noon shot, but it's going to be returnable. Attack from Classical out of bounds. Beverly, quick 1-0 lead. Serving will be Noonan. So a much younger Classical team than this Beverly team, as they have a sophomore in the starting lineup as Sprague puts it home. 2-0 quick lead. Sprague with that kill. Directly off a return from Classical. Noonan will serve again. Noonan with the serve. Cassidy, quick to react. It's going to be returnable by the Rams, though. They get it over. Gebhardt first there. Snow will bump it next. Cassidy near the net. Finesse sent right back. Noonan's there. Snow, Cassidy again will have to bump it over on the third, and she gets it over, but it hits the top divider there. That's going to be out of bounds. That's a Classical point. So first sub of the game, McGarrigle in for Noonan. Serving for the Rams will be number 4, senior Yuritsa Zarilla. Zarilla's serve, first touched by Snow. Wiley sets it up for Cassidy on the outside. That's good for a point, 3-1. Cassidy on the board, her first kill of the evening as Mulligan rushes in for Snow. So Sprague will now serve for the Panthers. Serve from Sprague. Line drive, somehow returned by the Rams. Great job by them. Wiley gets stuffed at the net. They'll have to send it over on this attempt. They do. Cassidy's there. Rams will return it. The attack out of bounds. Another point for Beverly. Another attack error for the Rams. 4-1 Panther lead here on senior night. Sprague's second serve of her service. Most likely be returned. It is. Cassidy's there first. Wiley will set it up. Back to Cassidy on the outside. She gets stuff, sends it back. It's a whistle. I believe referee's disagreeing about it. Referee saying his own mistake. Called for foul on the play. Explaining it to the teams. I'm not sure if anybody's going to be awarded a point or if it's going to be a reserve. Looks like it'll be a reserve here. And hits the net. So 4-2 lead still for the Panthers. We're going to have a couple subs for the Rams. Number 13, captain Emily Silva enters the game. And number 28, another captain, Rode Alcindor, will enter as well. So a couple senior captains coming in after the first 6 points of the first set. Serving will be Silva. Kept up by McGarrigle. Wiley. It's going to be bumped over by Snow. Set up. The attack first there is Gebhardt. Wiley will set it up for Mulligan. Her attack, she drops it in. That's a point for the Panthers. She saw the double block coming at her. She elected to just spin it over to the left. Drops it in, gets that kill. Wiley will now serve. Her team up 5-2 in the first set. Wiley's serve hits the net, so back and forth here to start it. Beverly still with a 2-point lead. Couple subs for the Rams. Another captain, Marimil Gonzalez, will enter. And Jenna Tobin, a junior, she'll enter as well. She'll serve. Tobin serving, her team down 5-3. Snow's first there. Wiley will set it up on the outside for Gebhardt. Good play there to keep it up. That play was made by Valerio, I believe. No, that was Zarilla to keep it in front of her. Not let it get to that corner, but her team can't return it. Beverly leading 6-3 as Noonan will enter for McGarrigle. And Cassidy, the senior, or one of the 6 seniors on this team, will serve. Cassidy with the jump serve, not quite high enough. It'll go back to the Rams. Couple more subs. Entering will be Amber Creighton, sophomore middle blocker, and number 30, Joshua Severa Jr. And he will serve as he enters. Severa's first serve. His first touch by Snow. Gebhardt gets it over. And tough play at the net for the Rams. That was Alcindor. Lost her footing as she got closer. Point for Beverly. Serving for the first time tonight will be the libero, Snow. Snow's serve, a lot of spin. Jumped up on Severe. Wasn't quite expecting that spin. As points awarded to Beverly and a quick substitution as Severe's out. And Barry is back in. Snow still serving for the Panthers. Vocal leader on this team. Great serve, but that's a little too far. A lot of subs in this rotation so far for the Rams. Noom back in, as well as McHale. Serve from Noom, first touch by Snow. Wiley will set it up on the outside for Noonan. Blocked there. Noonan's the first there. That seemed to drop in on the line. What a crazy play. Noonan gets double blocked. She scrambles to keep it up. It goes over and just barely hits the line for a Beverly point. Gebhardt now serving, her team leading 9-5 after that kill from Noonan. Wiley sets it up for Snow. I think Snow is most effective when she's jumping from about 10 feet away from the net. Hitting that line drive with the spin on it that really eats up at the opposing team. Wiley trying to catch someone off guard. Tobin's there, though. Snow all the way across, ends up in a Beverly point. Now, believes Beverly had another hit to get it over. Snow just had to bump it to another teammate. She elected to go all the way over, and it just barely made it in a place where Classical just couldn't play it. Beverly leads now 10-5. Tobin, good dig, sent back, but it's sent out of bounds. Gebhardt's service continues as the Panthers roll on. They lead 11-5. Gebhardt, another serve. Noom's there first. It's going to have to be returned on the third attempt. It is. Cassidy's there. Wiley bumps it. Noonan, her attack from the far side, just far. So the Rams finally stop the Gebhardt service, and they continue their plethora of subs. Creighton back in as well as Valerio. Talk about pitch counts for pitchers in the MLB. I think we should have a sub count. for substitutions here in high school volleyball. This game's going to go on for a long time if this keeps happening. Great serve there. Cassidy keeps it up. Snow from that angle where she's so good, it's stuffed by McHale. It makes you wonder if she's related to Kevin. Playing the net so well there was McHale. Saw that from Snow. Snow not used to getting blocked when she goes for that. Cassidy sends it right back. McHale can't get enough leverage on it to hit the ball down, so Noonan's return will drop in for a point. Noonan, a few kills already in the first set. Her team leads 12-7, and she will serve. Let's get on that, Robert. Let's see if McHale's related to Kevin McHale. Let's get that going. Let's get the research booming. Noonan. Her serve, it's a point. Goes off of Valerio into the stands. Noonan serving again. Eats up a player on the Rams. That was Chanel Berry. Couldn't quite get under it to keep it up. So 2 straight aces there for Katie Noonan to put her team up 7 in the first set. Noonan's serve. Noom elects to go for it. McHale now, and it's sent over. Almost blocked by Sprague, but that's won by Skylar Creighton. And McGarrigle will enter for Noonan, and Zarilla will enter for Creighton. Referee's discussing something. Serve from Zarilla. First touch by Snow. Wiley comes out of nowhere, takes it from McGarrigle, and it's bumped over by Snow. Classical looking to return. It's Barry. Her attack gets past the double block. I believe that hits Sprague. Drops in for a point. Classical hanging on, going on a run of their own. Only trailing by 6 in this first set. Excuse me, trailing by 5. It's 14-9. The serve from Zarilla will sail out, so Beverly, they go back up 6. As Sprague comes in to serve now. Serve from Sprague, almost eating up Valerio. And it's going to be pushed up there by number 4, Zarilla. Point Beverly as they lead 16-9. And on your screen it says 14-7, but Beverly is leading this first set 16-9. Another serve from Sprague, another return from the Rams. An attack from McHale, kept up nicely by Wiley. Gebhardt over to McGarrigle, she bumps it over. Believe that stayed in, it did not, just barely goes out of bounds. Almost a repeat of that Noonan point we saw earlier in this set. Serve from the Rams, sent right back by McGarrigle. It's kept up. It has to be sent over. Great job by the Panthers to get that one over in 3. Wiley sets it up. And hit twice by Wiley. She's been called on that quite a bit this season. We didn't see any of it 2 nights ago against Revere. But it's something that has been with her all season. Kept up by McGarrigle, set up by Wiley. Cassidy, an outside attack, kept up by the Rams. Barry will bump it over. Great job by McGarrigle. She has a few digs in this first set. Mulligan, her attack, gets returned. Cassidy slows it down. Wiley slows it up for Cassidy on the other side. That's a point. One goes off the hands of Emily Silva, the senior captain for the Rams. 17-11. Beverly lead in this first set as Wiley will serve now. Classical looking to return. Kept up by Snow. It's sent all the way back over and back again. Set up by Wiley. Mulligan, her attack gets past the double block, almost drops in campfire style, but it's going to be a Beverly point anyway as it's a return error. I believe that came off the hands of Rodale Cinder. 18-11, Panther lead now on senior night in the first set. This is how Beverly wants to start this match, set the tone early. They've won 15 out of their last 17 sets in their 5-game win streak as that one sails out of bounds. Another point for the Panthers. And we're going to get a timeout here from the head coach for the Lynn Classical Rams as Beverly is leading 19-11, playing very good volleyball tonight in proving why they deserve a home game in the Division I North volleyball tournament. Now again, Beverly right now, if the season ended today, they would be playing in the 8-9 seeded game. Beverly the 9 seed, Marblehead the 8 seed. Beverly would travel to Marblehead. Now Beverly's only chances really of getting a home game is they have to win out. They have to beat Classical tonight. They have to beat Stoneham on Monday. Now both Marblehead and Peabody, two teams that Beverly needs to lose to get a home game, are both in action tonight. Marblehead at Lynn English and Peabody at Somerville. Both of those should be easy wins for the Magicians and Tanners respectively. The only thing Beverly is really, I don't want to say hoping for, because they're hoping for both of those teams to lose tonight, but that's not going to happen. Swampscott is traveling to Peabody tomorrow night. Swampscott, a playoff team themselves, a very good program over there for the Big Blue, and if Beverly has any chance of getting a home game in this playoffs, it will be if Swampscott beats Peabody tomorrow night. Wiley sets it up for Gebhardt. She pushes it over. Bumped over. Wiley sets it up for Cassidy on the far side. Her attack finds paint. 20-11. Cassidy in mid-season form here tonight. 3 kills already in the first set as Wiley continues to serve. And a return error there for the Rams. Another one leads to another Beverly point. So Wiley continuing this service. 3 straight points coming from Wiley's serves. 4 straight points for the Panthers in total. And another one, that's an ace. 22-11. Beverly picking up right where they left off 2 nights ago when they hosted Revere. Looking to win 16 out of their last 18 sets with a set victory here, and that fell in. The entire Classical team looked puzzled. It wasn't even a campfire. No one was standing around it. I don't know if they knew that a serve was made or not. Either way, it hits the corner. Great spin on that serve from Wiley. Beverly 2 points away from winning this first set. Classical ready for this serve. That's a start. Gebhardt sets it up for Cassidy on the outside. Sent over. Great effort there by Wiley to try to keep it up. Gonzalez and Tobin both in for the Rams. They trail 23-12 in this first set. Snow's first there. Wiley sets it up for Mulligan. She puts it home. Silva couldn't return it, and it's set point for the Panthers, and Maddie Cassidy will try to finish off the Rams in this first set as Noonan comes in for McGarrigle. 24-12. Cassidy with the jump serve. Tobin's there. She bumps it. Has to be sent over. It is. Snow. Wiley sets it up. It's Gebhardt. Her attack. Nice dig there by Tobin to keep it over. But a return error from the Rams results in a Beverly point and a Beverly first set win. They win the first set 25-13. It was I don't want to say a slaughter because it really wasn't, but Beverly really put the foot on the gas right after they scored about their 9th point in the first set. They just kept going. Too many mistakes for the Rams led to that 13-point deficit in the first set. Either way, Beverly up 1-0, and they've now won 16 out of their last 18 sets. We'll be back after a few commercials here on Channel 22, BevCam Sports Network.
You are watching BevCam. Here, anyone can come to the studio to make their own local TV show. Contact us with your idea. We'll help you get started with producing your own show, editing it, and then we'll broadcast it to all of Beverly for your friends and family to see. You might even get some new fans. We also film local events like sports, music, city council meetings, and more. If you miss out on anything in town, you can catch up on it here. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Contact us at 978-927-5544 or email us at admin@bevcam.org.
Creativity is putting your imagination to work, and it's produced the most extraordinary results in human culture. Dreams come from inspiration. Inspiration comes from an idea. And ideas come from creativity. We believe in raising up a new generation of creative minds. And it all starts with you. Help sponsor the award-winning Beverly High School Media Program so the students can have the resources they need to make dreams happen.
Welcome back to the Henry Cabot Lodge Fieldhouse at Beverly High School. I'm Alex Luco for BevCam on Channel 22. Beverly leading this match on their senior night against Classical. They lead 1-0 after winning the first set 25-12. Beverly sending out their Cassidy, Mulligan, Gebhardt, Sprague, McGarrigle. It's going to be Wiley and McGarrigle. Sprague will come out for the libero to start this second set. Wiley will serve to start this second set. Serve from Wiley, bumps off the top of the net, sent back by Barry. Excuse me, that wasn't Barry. That was Alcindor, a great play. Had to sprawl out for that one, but it sails out of bounds. Beverly leads 1-0 to start this second set. Wiley with another serve. Alcindor keeps it up. McHale sets it. Attack, first touch by Snow. McHale sending it right back. Wiley sets it up for Cassidy on the outside, just a little too far. So we're tied at 1. First time this match has been tied if it wasn't 0-0. Classical looking for their first lead. Will they get it? Snow will have to return it, and great effort, but took her way too far to get enough gas on that bump. So Classical now with their first lead of this match. They lead 2-1 in the second set. Snow sends it right back, but that one hits the net. Another point for Classical. Serve from Valerio. Wiley keeps it up. Sent over by Cassidy. McHale's there first. She'll get a chance for the attack in the middle, past the block of Mulligan, but it's kept up by Wiley. That'll end up being a point for Classical as it went up and hit that divider, came back down, so the Rams lead 5-1 in this second set. And it's going to be a Beverly point. Classical serve heads out of bounds. And McGarrigle will exit. Noonan will enter. Cassidy will now serve. Serve from Cassidy hits the net. Very uncharacteristic. 3-point lead now for the Rams as McHale exits and Zarilla will enter. Zarilla serve. Battle at the net. Sent over by Gebhardt, nicely kept up and sent right back by Mulligan. Noom with a great play to keep it in play. Great volley here. Noon shot, it's returned. And point Beverly. Creighton called on that one. Sprague in for Mulligan. Snow, her serve. Eats up the back line of Classical. They'll have to get it over in 3. They do. Great power on that bump. Noonan, another attack. Kept up. And that's going to be the second call in a row on Creighton. Hit that one twice. Snow serve. Sails just out of bounds. Point for the Rams. Beverly, a lot of errors to start this second set. They won the first very decisively, 25-12, as Noom exits and Gonzalez enters for the Rams. Snow. Wiley sets it up. Sprague. A little bit too much mustard. Another point for the Rams. 7-4 lead for Lynn Classical. Cassidy first there. Wiley, Snow from that spot, sent right back and out of bounds. Point Beverly. It's crazy how Snow gets that much elevation from that far away from the net and has such a line drive with spin on it. Really is her favorite spot on the court, as you can tell. Gebhardt. She's serving. That point goes to Beverly. It's 7-6 now. Sent right back. Wiley's there. Sprague sets it up for Noonan. It's going to be hit twice, though. Only 8 players seeing the court for Beverly tonight. The 6 you see out there now, that's Gebhardt, Noonan, Cassidy, Snow, Sprague, and Wiley. Also McGarrigle and Mulligan have seen time. We'll most likely see some Ellis and Bearer tonight as well. Perhaps Brown, if Padavani wants to empty out her bench. Gebhardt. Snow, her attack. That one hits the net. Looks like Padavani saying a few words to her team. Might be thinking about calling a timeout. She's not. She's just telling them to calm down. Play their game. Cassidy. Wiley sets it up. Sprague's attack in the middle sails out of bounds. See if Padavani calls a timeout now, and she will. Beverly trailing 10-6 in this second set, and it isn't Classical that's beating Beverly. It's Beverly that's beating themselves. See Padavani there, talking to her players, her leaders. How fortunate to have 6 seniors on this team. Great leadership. Also 4 captains. Both teams getting ready to come out of the huddle. Same 6 out there for the Panthers. Barry will be serving for the Rams after that Beverly timeout. Her serve first touch by Cassidy. Wiley sets it up on the outside. It's Noonan. It gets blocked. That was Alcindor, looking like Lou Alcindor out there, blocking Noonan. Lou Alcindor, of course, the name of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar before he converted. Little fun fact for you, a little trivia. Noonan serving now after that Lynn Classical serve went under the net. Beverly trailing by 4 in this first set. Looking to turn things around here. Serve from Noonan. It's going to have to be sent over on the third attempt. It is. Sprague. Wiley sets it up all the way across court. Cassidy, she finds a hole in the form of Barry's hand. She couldn't complete that. Couldn't keep it up to give her team another shot at it. That's a point and a kill credited to Maddie Cassidy. Serve from Noonan. Sent all the way back. Cassidy sets it up. Everybody's going to slow this down. Gebhardt, her attack. Barry, another great play. Sent out of bounds, though. Two straight points for the Panthers. Serve from Noonan. Bumped up. Alcindor there now, and it's sent over by Gonzalez. Wiley tries to catch him off guard, but Barry's there. Gebhardt, Wiley, all the way across court, near side. It's Cassidy. She gets it past Alcindor. Point Beverly was hit twice there by Alcindor. It's Cassidy adding to her kill total. She's got the last 2 there for the Panthers. They've cut the lead down to 1. Classical's largest lead this set was 4. Noonan's serve. That was a line drive. As soon as that got to the net, that just died right in front of Barry and to the right of Silva. Great placement, great spin. We're tied all here, or tied here at 11. 11-11, make a wish. Another serve from Noonan. Beverly looking to regain the lead. Cassidy's there. Wiley, she'll set it up. Sprague pushes that one over. Wiley sets it up again, this time for Cassidy. Can she find a corner? No. Classical regains the lead as McGarrigle will come in for Noonan. Tobin will enter as well as McHale for the Rams. They're replacing Alcindor and Zorilla. Snow. Wiley, she sets it up for Cassidy. Devastating blow there, but it's returned. Wiley, Sprague tries to drop it in, but it's returned quickly by Barry. Gebhardt now. Tobin's there. Weird play at the net. McHale couldn't get to it. Neither could Gonzalez. Either way, Sprague was going to be there for the block attempt, as we're all tied at 12. Mulligan quickly in for the libero Snow. Sprague, her serve. Wiley. Nice attack there by Mulligan, but it's kept up and sent over. Sprague quickly to react. Cassidy, another attack, another kill. No, they're going to give it a classical. Thought that one hit the line. Sprague out, Snow quickly back in. Going back and forth here. Couple subs for the Rams. Creighton in, as well as Noom. Noom will serve. McGarrigle first to touch it. Cassidy with the bump, and it's sent over by Snow. Cassidy first there. Set up by Wiley for Mulligan. Great play there. Wiley set it up. She ran up towards the net, set it up behind her. Mulligan came around. And we're tied at 13 after Mulligan puts it away. Wiley's serve. Sent right back by Tobin. Cassidy's there. Wiley, she'll set it up behind her. It's Gebhardt. She finds a hole. Point Beverly. Beverly with their first lead of the second set since they led this 1-0 at the very beginning. Serve from Wiley. Mulligan trying to stuff McHale. She does. McHale tried to keep it up, but she couldn't. 2-point lead now for the Panthers as Mulligan bodies McHale. Wiley serving again, sent right back by Barry. Barry's been doing that a lot. Very effective player, as we'll get a timeout from Glenn Classical head coach, but Barry's been doing that a lot. Gets it hit right to her, and instead of slowing things down and keeping it up, she just rifles it right back. Beverly with a 3-point lead here in the second set, looking to go up 2-0 over the Rams. They won the first easily 25-12. Glenn Classical, though, hanging around here. They've had as much as a 4-point lead in this second set when they led 14-10. But right now, Beverly with a 3-point lead, 16-13. Going to resume play momentarily. Alcindor quickly in for the Rams. Another serve from Wiley. Alcindor, she's there. Nice play there by Gebhardt. She beats Creighton. Creighton tried to return that one, but Gebhardt was there for the stuff. 17-13 Panther lead here in the second set on senior night. Wiley with the serve. Hit a long service. Creighton. It's McHale who gets it over. Wiley, she sets it up. Gebhardt playing well. Another point for the Panthers. Gebhardt with the last 2 kills for the Panthers. She's played very well. Was talking with Coach Padavani a few games ago, wondering why her minutes were decreased, and she said, don't worry, she'll be here. Down the stretch, we're going to get her going. She was so great last year for Hamilton Wenham, and we've seen it in flashes, and we're seeing it here tonight, how effective Julia Gebhardt can be on any given night, as Beverly loses that point to the Rams, but they lead 18-14. Weird play there. Wiley tried to bump it over, but it stayed on Beverly's end. Cassidy wasn't sure what to do with that. Didn't know it was going to drop on her side or the other. Either way, it's Valerio still serving for the Rams as they trail 18-15. Mulligan, her attack set up, sent right back. That was McHale credited with that kill. So it's 18-16 now. Beverly still leading, but Classical creeping up. Valerio still serving. Another good serve from Valerio. Wiley's going to have to send it over. She does. McHale first there. Barry, nice stuff at the net. She beats out Gebhardt, but the ball is still alive. McHale on the outside. Gets it past the double block. I believe that sailed out of bounds. Point Lynn Classical, as the ref on the far side has had a hard time making a few calls tonight. Thank God we have the one on the near side. It's been a rough sailing for that one. 18-17, Beverly still leading, but they need to get something going quickly, and that's not going to do it as Cassidy gets stuffed there. Not sure if it was by Barry or Creighton. Either way, we're tied at 18, and Coach Padavani is going to call a timeout. Beverly was holding on to I believe a 3-point lead there at one point. It's gone back and forth. Classical had the lead early, up by as much as 4. Beverly then regained the lead. They were up by as much as 3, but now we're knotted here at 18. It's a best of 7 to end this, or excuse me, first to 7 to end this second set. Out of the timeout, Valerio still serving for the Rams. Cassidy sent right back. Barry stuffs it home. Classical regains the lead. 19-18 Ram lead. And it was Barry who got well above the net there. Sent that one home. Valerio still serving. Snow's got it. Gebhardt to send it over. She does. Noom, Barry, Creighton. Gebhardt trying to catch the Rams off guard, but Alcinder's there. Barry drops that one in. Kept up by Wiley. It's sent all the way back. Creighton, she'll set it up for McHale. Can she get it by a double block? She gets it over it. Wiley, the near side. It's Cassidy. Past the double block. Past the diving Newman. We're tied at 19. And after winning that point, Cassidy will serve as Noonan comes in for McGarrigle. And that serve by Cassidy eats up Alcinder. So Beverly regaining the lead now. An ace for Cassidy. And another one. 2 straight for the Panthers and Cassidy. They lead 21-19. They look to put the Rams away here in this second set. Been a little bit longer than the first when they won 25-12. We're at 21-19. Cassidy continuing her service. Jump serve. Believe that one landed out of bounds. It did. 21-20, keeping it close. McHale out, Zorilla in. And that serve from Zorilla eats up Snow. Not used to seeing that. We're tied here at 21. Very crucial. Can't make many mistakes at this point of such a big game. Wiley. Gebhardt, her attack is returned. She'll go for another one. That one hits the net. Classical takes the lead, 22-21. Rams looking to take this second set from the Panthers. That serve hits the net. We're tied at 22. Great dig there by Zorilla. 22-22. Barry tries to drop it in. Sprague keeps it up. Great job by Gebhardt, and it stayed in. Sprague's allowed to hit that twice because her first initial touch was a block. Noonan. Creighton kept up there by Gebhardt. She'll have to send it over on the third. She does. Valeria. Great play there by Noom. Gebhardt looks to stuff it home, but it's kept up and sent over by Valeria. Great volley here, probably the best we've seen tonight. Wiley, near side for Noonan. A Noon shot, it's a point for Beverly, 23-22. Great volley, and it ends in a Noon shot. Brianna Snow. Her serve. Creighton gets it over. This is a very big point. And it's won by Beverly. Sprague. Maybe a little too much on it. Off of Noom, goes out of bounds. We're going to get a timeout as Beverly has set point here in the second set. They lead 24-22. Beverly ready. Coming out of that huddle, they lead 24-22, set point here in the second set. After winning the first 25-12, they find them in a much more close second set with the Rams. It's 24-22 now. And the libero Snow will serve for set point. Snow serve. A lot of power, a lot of spin on it. Has to be sent over. It is by Barry. That lands inbounds. Miscommunication by the Panthers leads to that Rams point. A couple subs for the Rams. Newman Creighton out. Silva and Gonzalez in. The 6 seniors are out there for the Panthers. Try to end this second set. Snow. Wiley sets it up for Gebhardt. She's played well tonight. Tries to drop it in. Barry has to send it over. Great play by her. She does. Gebhardt's first there. Tough play at the net. Has to be sent over. It can't. We're tied at 24 now. And now it's a win-by-2 scenario in this second set. All the momentum on the Rams side. They were trailing 24-22. Now it's 24-24. Win by 2 from here on out. Noonan. Wiley. Snow. Her attack. Kept up by Valeria. Alcindor sends it over. Snow's first there. Wiley's going to set it up behind her to Gebhardt. She's played well. It's kept up. Alcindor. She bumps it over. Wiley sets it up again. This time for Noonan on the near side. A noon shot gets blocked by Barry. Beverly has another opportunity at it. Gebhardt, her attack. Valeria. Another good volley here by both teams. Barry hits it into the net, and it's set point for Beverly. It's 25-24, but it's a win-by-2 scenario. Brianna Snow seemed to forget that situation. A little caught up in the moment. So Sprague will serve. Excuse me, no, Gebhardt will. So a lot of miscommunication there to end this second set. Gebhardt. Valeria. Sent over. Set point here for Beverly. Snow, great attack. And Beverly wins the second set on a return error from Zarilla. They win 26-24 after winning the first 25-12. Beverly's now won 17 out of their last 19 sets. Third set when we come back here from the Henry Cabot Lodge Fieldhouse here at Beverly High School. You're watching the BevCam Sports Network on Channel 22.
Listen.
All it took was someone who would insist that I just try.
Suddenly, everything was turned around because they judge you.
You tell them, I don't need this.
No one is going to understand.
Unless they've been through it, how can they?
Then one day you realize,
You feel so hopeless.
I need help. I need help.
You feel so hopeless.
Then one day you realize,
Unless they've been through it, how can they understand?
I don't need this.
No one's going to judge you.
suddenly everything was turned around because they insist that I just try.
All it took was someone who would just...
Listen.
We're back here at the Henry Cabot Lodge Fieldhouse at Beverly High School, where the Beverly Panthers are hosting Lynn Classical on Beverly's senior night. They lead 2-0. Beverly won the first pretty easily, 25-12, but needed the win-by-2 scenario to get past the Rams in that second set, 26-24. They eventually did so in very dramatic fashion. Again, senior night for Beverly, the seniors that were honored tonight: Sydney Wiley, Katie Noonan, Delaney Sprague, Maddie Cassidy, Brianna Snow, and Julia Gebhardt. They've played a lot of minutes together here tonight. About 20 seconds away from the start of the third set. Lynn Classical's ready. Just waiting on the Panthers. Panthers on their 5-game winning streak, looking for their 6th straight win tonight. I've said this a few times tonight, but they've won 17 out of their last 19 sets. I can remember all the way back to 2012, my first year in doing this. Beverly had a 28-set losing streak. It wasn't just, they weren't even winning sets. And to get here, to possibly have another home playoff game, it's incredible. in this amount of time how Coach Padovani has turned this program around. 28 straight set losses. Now they've won 17 out of 19. Definitely a great accomplishment for the Panthers and their success on the court. Beverly sending out their Mulligan, Wiley, Snow, McGarrigle, Cassidy, and Gebhardt. Valeria will serve for the Rams. Valeria serving, kept up by Gebhardt. Tough play at the net for Mulligan and Wiley, so the first point of the third set goes to the Rams. Second serve from Valeria. Wiley will set it up. On the outside, this is Cassidy. Point, excuse me, no, I spoke way too soon as Barry just dropped her arm down there and returned it. Another attack from Cassidy. This time she just drops it in, and it's returned. Mulligan sends it over in 3. McHale sets it up. It's Creighton. Her attack will be returned. It's going to be a point. Beverly hit twice there. I think that was Alcindor. Tied at 1. Wiley serving. Great play there by Zarilla. She keeps it in and McHale returns it. Wiley, she'll set it up. Mulligan in the middle. Past the block of McHale. 2-1. Beverly leads now in the third set. Their first lead here early in this third set. Looking for their sixth straight victory. And the serve from Wiley into the net. Tied here at 2 in the third set. Snow. Gebhardt gets it over. Valeria, believe that falls in. No, it's out. Wiley, a wise decision to watch that one as Cassidy will now serve and Noonan enters for McGarrigle. Cassidy, jump serve. Creighton for Barry. She drops that one in. Barry's had an up and down game, but a lot more ups than downs, I would say. Barry has played very well for the Rams. Couple minor errors, but she does that quite a bit and drops it in. She's got some power, too. Great defensive plays. We're tied here at 3 in the third set. No one able to really break away thus far. Serve from Silva's returned. Mulligan returns it herself pretty quickly. Barry, her attack. Wiley sets it up for Gebhardt. I think she finds the paint, and she doesn't, just too far. Classical leading now 4-3. Cassidy. Wiley sets it up. Noonan on the outside. A noon shot. That drops in. Off the net to the ground. 4-4. Snow now serving. Serve from Snow. That could go either way. They might have to reserve that. And I guess they're going to go with classical point. I guess that's what you do when you don't know the call. Clearly, you just make a decision. Don't reserve it. Just make a decision when you don't know. It's a good call. I feel like Tommy Heinsohn more and more as I do these games. Severe enters. He'll serve. Severe seeing his second action tonight. First since the first set, and that sails out of bounds. So we're tied at 5 again here. Sent immediately back by Severe and out of bounds. Might see him exit now, and we will. Fernandez will enter for him. 6-5 lead now for the Panthers. Severe struggled in his time, but just like Arias, you can see both players are a little raw. You need more time to really learn the game. It's definitely not an easy thing that you can just pick up out of nowhere, as it's another point for Beverly. There's a lot of touch that goes with these games. Wiley sets it up for Noonan. She'll just have to bump it over. And that's going to be won by the Rams. Zarilla out. And Creighton will enter. Serving will be Barry. Her team trails 7-6. Her serve under the net, like I said, up and down tonight for Barry. And my mom is texting me when I was complaining about that call from the refs. She's telling me that was in. And another Beverly point. 9-6. Well, thank you for watching, Mother. I'm not saying it was out. I'm not saying it was in. I'm just saying the referee on the far side clearly didn't know what had happened because he took about 10 seconds to decide what he wanted to say. Wiley sends it over. Attack from Sprague, sent right back. Noonan, she'll set it up. Wiley, Sprague in the middle, another attack. Kept up. Wiley, she sends it over, it finds paint. 10-6 Beverly lead. And another point for Beverly. Classical couldn't handle that serve. Things are getting out of hand for the Rams right now. 11-6 Beverly lead. Beverly has scored 5 straight. Noonan still serving. Sent right back. That'll go out of bounds. Another point for Beverly. Beverly's rolling, and Classical can't cut down on the errors as they'll call timeout. Beverly leads 12-6 going into this timeout, looking to win their 6th straight game and hopefully acquire a home playoff game. Again, the other games going on tonight. Marblehead's at Lynn English, Peabody's at Somerville, and Woburn is at Winchester. Tomorrow, Swampscott will head to Peabody. It's a game Beverly fans should be watching for, as Beverly needs Peabody to lose as well as themselves to win their last 2 to be able to get a home playoff game. Woburn's also at Hamilton Wenham tomorrow, and on Monday, Masco will be at North Andover, Marblehead will be at Milton, and Peabody will play at Hamilton Wenham. 12-6 lead for the Panthers as Noonan serves, and she makes it 13-6. That's an ace. Noonan serve. Another ace for Noonan. 2 straight back-to-back. 14-6 now. Noonan can't make it 3. She sends that one out of bounds. It's 14-7. Couple subs as McHale and Noom come in for Alcindor and Silva. Noom serving. It's Snow. Wiley. Snow again. Noom's there. Has to be sent over. It is. Wiley, she sets it up. Snow from her spot. Little too much on it. Padavani going to say a few words to her team. Trying to get Wiley's attention, I believe. Cassidy, Wiley, she sets it up on the outside. It's Cassidy. She drops it in. Good wherewithal by the Rams player to notice what Cassidy was trying to do. Good play by McHale. It's going to be sent over by the Rams on the 3rd. Cross-court set. It's Cassidy. Can she bury it? It looks like Barry will return that. Sprague. Excuse me, no, it's McGarrigle. And Barry off the wrist. It slides down. She tried to bump it, but took her eye off the ball a little too quickly as Sprague will now serve for the Panthers. And another point for Beverly. Looked like he was going to be returned by Pimentel. Excuse me, not Pimentel, by Fernandez, but just rolled off the wrist as Sprague's serve hits the net and Snow enters for her. So Beverly not playing the most complete 3rd set here, but they're still leading 16-9. Valeria will serve. That hits the net. Another point for Beverly. 17-9. They lead here in the 3rd set on senior night. 4 seniors on the court right now in Gebhardt, Snow, Wiley, and Cassidy. 2 juniors in Mulligan and McGarrigle. And another point for Beverly as that serve ate up Valeria. 19-9. 6 points away is Beverly from winning their 6th straight game. Noom. Valeria. Creighton, her attack sails out of bounds. Panthers about to win their 6th straight. I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'll see you guys later. Serve from Wiley sails out of bounds. It's not over yet. This will be Beverly's 6th straight win. 18 out of the last 20 sets they've won as well. Only dropping 2 sets in the entire 6-game winning streak. They have Stoneham on Monday. And point will go to Classical. That was palmed. I believe that was Gebhardt. Either Gebhardt or Mulligan. But if Beverly can end this regular season on a 7-game win streak, as Tobin for the Rams is on crutches now over on the sidelines. Beverly can end their regular season on a 7-game win streak to carry that momentum into the playoffs, and if they can get themselves a home playoff game, that'll be something to watch as Cassidy finds paint. 20-11. Cassidy continuing to perform in all 3 sets as Noonan enters for McGarrigle. Cassidy, a senior, knows all too well that this could be the last time she plays here at the Henry Cabot Lodge Fieldhouse. Jump serve. Sent right back. Snow's there. Noonan. She'll set it up. Gebhardt will bump it over. Snow's first there for Beverly. Wiley. She'll set it up. Noonan on the outside. A Noon shot. Past Valeria. She couldn't do anything with it. Cassidy will still serve. Valeria. Barry will send it over. Drops in, but Wiley's there. Sent right back by Gebhardt. Creighton. She'll drop it in. Wiley will set it up for Gebhardt again. She gets it past a double block. Mulligan at the net. She beats out Barry. It's 22-11. Cassidy still serving. Lila Nyen will enter for Zarilla. Creighton. Gebhardt. Creighton sets it up for Barry. She has to redirect in midair. Good athleticism by her. Noonan, she'll ends up bumping it over on the third. Beverly still leading. Barry, her attack, too much gas. 23-11, Beverly leading. Cassidy is still serving. She might want to try to close this entire service out. Cassidy. Attack from McHale. She puts everything she can into it past the diving effort of Snow. So Silva and Alcindor enter. Beverly leading the third set 23-12. Wiley. Snow from her spot gets it in. Winner's coming. Look out, NEC. This Beverly team is ready. About to win their 6th straight. In match point, we have all 6 seniors here on the court. Snow serving out there with Wiley, Cassidy, Noonan, Sprague, and Gebhardt. One senior is going to get the final point at home. Who's it going to be? It's not going to be Snow this time around as her serve sails far, and it's 24-13. And Severe will enter for Classical. He'll serve. Judging by Severe's last serve, this could end the game. We'll see how the junior does. His serve. Cassidy's there. Wiley tries to drop it, and she does. Hiabo, 25-13. Beverly takes the third set, and they win in 3 straight sets on their senior night. This Beverly team keeps on getting it done. They've won 6 straight. They've won 18 out of their last 20 sets. They won the first today 25-12, the second 26-24, and the third 25-13. These seniors have led this program this far. Beverly improving to a 13-6 record. They can win on Monday and be 14-6, and hopefully with a little help, we'll be back here for a home playoff game at some point next week. Thank you for watching. I'm Alex Saluco here on Channel 22 on the BevCam Sports Network. We might have playoff volleyball for you just around the corner.